What's up, guys? Well, time has come flying to my first ever time flying with RC equipment. Actually, it's my first time flying in general, but flying with RC stuff is a different animal completely. So, I'm going to try my best at doing a quick video showing how I'm packing my stuff. It's going to be kind of tricky because I'm holding my phone in my hand trying to do it. But I'm going to do my best because it's possible that this video could be helpful to somebody in the future. Luckily for me, my friend Jared Tebow just lives about 30 minutes down the road from me, so I was able to go over and he was able to school me and give me all the information I needed. So with that information was able to help me a lot understand how I needed to pack my stuff and condense it down. Obviously, with driving to races, you don't have to worry about how much you're bringing or the weight of bags and stuff like that. I'm typically one of those guys that just brings a full truckload of everything, so you know you have everything you need. Obviously, flying is a completely different situation entirely. Depending on the airline you end up going with, it'll depend on, they each have different policies on baggage and stuff like that, and how much they charge for your checked bags and stuff like that. So this time I'm flying Delta, so I get one personal item to carry on. I get my carry-on, and then my checked bags are, they all cost extra. There's no free one included. So my first checked bag would be $30 and my second checked bag would be $40, and they are only allowed to be 50 pounds in total weight. So I'm trying to fly to California and only bring one checked piece of luggage to be able to bring both nitro buggy and e-buggy. Obviously, since I'm only going there over one weekend, I will need a lot less stuff. If I was going to be there for a longer period of time or a bigger event, obviously I would definitely need to bring 2 checked bags. But anyway, let's get into how I've got my stuff packed here. So we'll start here with my personal item. Sorry about the shaky hands. I'm doing my best. So my personal item I'm going to bring on the plane is just going to be my radio case. But I've loaded it down. This is my battery for my cordless screwdriver. These are my 2 lipos, 4S lipos for my e-buggy, and then I got all my charger stuff in there as well. And then I have obviously my radio. This is my eyeglasses so I can see. I have a spare servo and a spare receiver, and then I have my wireless charger for the radio. So then we go over to the carry-on, and on carry-on you're allowed, there's no max weight for your carry-on, so it's basically just size that you're limited to. So there's a max size on what your carry-on can be. So what I did was actually went on Amazon and just bought a backpack that was the max dimensions of what they allow for a carry-on, and that allowed me to be able to pack the most stuff in there. So I've got all my shocks up here. I got 5 sets of shocks built up for testing. Set of wheels. I got 4 sets of tires in there, glued and ready. My starter box is in there. My nitro buggy. Pull the tank out of your nitro car. No fuel tank in it, no shocks on it. Here's the wing for it right here. And then I have my cordless screwdriver over here wrapped up in rags. I always need rags at the track anyway, so it was nice just a place to put those and Also for my cordless screwdriver, a little extra protection. And it don't scratch my body all up that way. So like I said, got that loaded down as much as I possibly can. So then we go to my checked bag here. So my normal situation would be, for most races, bring in 2 OGO bags full of tools, parts, and everything you can think of. And I usually also even have the AK tire bags as well. So yeah, normally I bring a lot of stuff. So to condense that down, it took quite a bit of work. And this is my oils. So I got my oils here. I had to condense them down to just basically what I thought I might actually use. A lot of the stuff I know, I usually bring every single weight made. I had to condense that down to a lot less, and then I put my air filters in there, as well as some fuel line, JTP fuel line. Extremely good stuff. If you haven't used it, give it a try. And then I got some Simple Green for cleaning tires. And then I got this Protect hard case here. Also, it's got some fuel tanks in it. It's got a spare engine in there. I just wrapped the engine in rag. And then at the bottom, this is my actual hardware that I'm bringing. So I went from, let's see, this big heavy hardware box full of everything imaginable to this little guy. So obviously you can imagine the difference in weight savings right there. And then another way I was able to save a ton of weight was my toolbox. So my normal toolbox is absolutely just jam-packed with years of just piling stuff in there. And a lot of those tools you put in there don't even get used a lot of times. So what I actually did was just made myself a new toolbox, and I only put in there what I actually knew was the heavily used items that you need at the racetrack. So I got my Loctite, my clutch bearings, all my speed bits, wheel nuts. I got glow plug and body clips, my igniter, my tuning screwdriver, my tire glue, tire bands, glue tips, and then just a couple extra parts in there. And then, like, you always want to put rubber bands over all your boxes so they don't open up in your mojo. And then there's all the tools I brought, you know, just the necessity items that you know you're going to actually use. Believe it or not, my normal toolbox is probably about twice that. Alright, so that's my toolbox. And then when it comes to this paint, I got a nice little spot made for it right here, where it's padded with blue shop towels on one side, tires on the other side. I got a pit mat laid in there with tires on the side of the oil bag, and then got more tires down here. Got my fuel bottle in there. So I got a nice solid platform with pretty much everything nice and cushioned. We'll take, and there's a little gap here. Take and put some foams in there. Okay, like so. And then for my parts, I normally take that whopping tower of parts boxes. For this trip, I'm taking that one parts box. So basically, what I did was go through every parts box and give myself all the spares that I thought are the essential items. I have all the hinge pins, all the shock shafts, all the plastic parts, full drive, one of every drivetrain part, all the essentials. So I got it all. But this box is loaded down. It is absolutely stuffed to the rim with everything. So, but I was able to get it in there. So went from all those boxes to one box. So we will put that in there. Let's see. There we go. We will go like that. Okay. Now we are there. That's what we look like right now. We're gonna go ahead and put some wheels in there. Sorry, this is not gonna be a quality video. My thought on making this, I thought it would be a lot easier to hold this phone and actually put this in there, but I was clearly mistaken. Alright, so I got cut off on that last one for some reason, so we're back to finish. Here's where we are at. So as you can see, the idea is to try to put the softer items around the edges and the stuff that you don't want to get crushed or broken in the middle. So we're right here. This is mostly getting down to where I don't have much left. We got another set of tires here, a couple sets of wheels, and then we need our e-buggy put in there because I'm going to put my e-buggy in a checked bag. So we'll put a set of tires on the side. We're going to throw e-buggy in there. Now, the e-buggy, yes, it's in this bag, but it has even the bag completely packed full. So I got a set of tires in here with it. There's a wing there, there's a wing there. So yeah, so it's loaded down as well. The idea is to fill, I'll just zip that one, the video's over. Okay, the idea is to fill every little hole you can. And then we're just going to throw some wheels up there. Alright, so that is everything. Hopefully, I left enough room around these edges, and maybe up top here, to throw a few sets of clothes in there and still be under my 50 pounds. I have already had this right here on the scales, and it's weighing at 46 pounds, so we're already kind of close. So hopefully I can get my clothes in there and stay under that 50 pound mark, or I'll have to take something out. So hopefully it works out where I don't have to take something out, because I don't really want to do that. But anyway, so like I said, the e-buggy, the LiPo has been removed. You don't want to check a LiPo, you want to carry on your LiPos. That's why the starter box is in my checked bag, or my carry-on, because it's got a LiPo in it. Same with my nitro buggy. Like I said, the fuel tank has been removed. You don't want any nitro fuel whatsoever in anything you bring. So make sure you clean all that stuff out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So like I said, I'll just stuff a few pairs of clothes in there, and we should be good to go. Flying out to Cali for a weekend. Sorry for the poor video, but hopefully the information in there could be helpful to somebody, or maybe I just wasted my time. Either way, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.